Hi, everybody, and welcome back to The Practiced Life, where we talk about practicing consciously and watching what happens to the quality of our lives, which is it gets better. It gets so much better. I'm calling today's episode The Last Chunk. And before you think I'm being maudlin, hear me out. Um, I was diddly doing around with this the other day and thinking about the different chunks of my life. And I kind of narrowed it down to 20-year chunks. So you got your 0 to 20 and all that business, and then 20 to 40 and 40 to 60. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in the last chunk. I mean, maybe I'll be lucky enough to hit 85 or 90, but I'm in the last chunk. There aren't any more chunks. There's no more chunks. When you're 15, you got a ton of chunks. When you're 25, oh, all the chunks in the world. So you can be unconscious and foolish and do all the madness. But when you're in your last chunk, this is it. There aren't any more chunks. So what does that mean? I really spent some time thinking about this, and I'm going to tell you that I hope you feel as empowered as I feel by the time I'm done sharing this with you. Because once you understand you're in your last chunk and there's no more fooling around, now you can get super creative and excited and empowered about how you're going to spend the chunk. Now, in parens, none of us knows how much longer we have. We all have expiration dates on our foreheads. So, I mean, I could be talking about my last chunk and get hit by a bus tomorrow. And I'm not concerned about that because I know that what's next is quantum dazzling. But I want to plan for it like I'm going to be here right to my last day. And maybe I'm going to plan like it's going to be 90. Talk about that in a second. But so it's my last chunk. So it made me sit and evaluate, what do I want to bring forward into that last chunk? What am I doing right now? Am I living where I want to live? Fortunately, the answer for me now finally is yes. Am I living where I want to live? Am I hanging out with people that where the relationships are reciprocal and energizing? What people am I going to bring forward? Is it time for an edit? Is it time for me to snip some branches off the tree? Is it time for me to get really serious about healing all aspects of my relationships and really hold myself to the highest standard of the kind of relationships that are going to walk me home to my last breath? Yeah. So you got that. Do I need the stuff I have? Is this stuff what I want to carry with me into my last chunk? Is it time for a big edit, for a big clearing? Um, have I had all the experiences I want to have? Maybe not. Do I want to have them? And if so, maybe I need to put a priority on those things. Listen, there have been so many interesting things that I have brought into my life in the last 2 years. Um, Mahjong, for one, my relationship with Steve Dash, international superstar, my beautiful 19-year-old horse, who I love to pieces. And you've heard on a previous episode, I've never been a horse person, but I'm a Steve Dash person, that's for sure. I just started taking piano. Haven't taken piano since fourth grade. And I don't know I mean, Steve's here to stay, but I don't know which of these activities and hobbies and things I'm learning and things I'm trying, which of those things are going to come with me through the last chunk. But I want to have a sampling of things so I know I'm working on my brain, I'm working on my cognitive function. I just started Pilates class. I'm working on my mobility. I take a little uh, easy yoga class on Mondays to maintain flexibility. I'm swimming laps. I'm doing aquafit. Every day, I'm moving my body in some way. and it's exciting and it's thrilling. And half the time I can't believe I'm saying that. But it's exciting and it's thrilling because I've combined it with some socializing and some getting out of the house, away from my laptop for a little bit. And my life feels very integrated now. What parts of that do I want to bring forward into my last chunk? How am I going to dial it up? I am here to say what I can see is this last chunk of my life is going to be the best chunk. Now, that may be shocking news because I've had some good chunks, but this is going to be the best chunk. This is going to be the most present, most alive, getting all the juice out of these days, the most I'll be most appreciative, loving more things, enjoying my days, feeling like I'm just expanding, like I'm filling my love cup and it's just overflowing, that I'm contributing a new energy to the energy of the the culture, to the energy of the world. I'm doing my energetic quantum part. Yeah, the last chunk. And most importantly, how do you want to feel in your last chunk? Liberated, empowered, sovereign, queenly? How do you want to feel in your last chunk? And how often are you willing to check in so it doesn't get past you? The noise of the world and our busy to-do lists can take us away from paying attention to the things that give us the most bang for the buck in our daily life experience. Just taking those couple breaths with our hands on our heart and just going, oh, this human experience is really something. It really, really, really is. So for me, that is a for sure monthly check-in. What do I want to bring forward into this last chunk? Am I getting all the gusto out of this last chunk? I've said it before and I'll say it again that I, on my last day, as I take my last breath, I want to be feeling this way. Yay. What's next? Thanks for joining me and thanks for listening to The Practice Life. You can find all the things I'm doing, all the things I'm cooking up at sherisalata.com. We'll see you next time.